Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a special guest in this studio. Please round of applause for MKS. Thank you for your greeting, W. I'm glad to be here. So MKS, first be comfortable and sit tight because this interview is going to be very interesting. I would be happy to be a part of this, of course. So MKS, first tell us about yourself so that viewers can know you a bit. Hello everyone, my name is MKS. I'm 26 years old. I do work and my hobbies are writing stories and playing music instruments. And I'm a single person. That's a short intro about me. Thank you. That's great. When you say you are single, is it kind of invitation for ladies here? No, it's not like that. The thing is, people generally ask, are you married? That's why I generally say this prior at the end of my introduction for clarification. Okay, but if you reveal when you're going to be engaged, it would be clear the picture. Well, on a serious note, I am quite satisfied and happy alone rather with partner. I'm not going to be engaged with someone. Is it necessary that everyone must marriage? And nothing is certain, Dablo. No, it's not like that, but it is a tendency that we have been following for many ages. But it doesn't mean if our ancestor did it, so we will follow the same without knowing the reason. Have you ever tried to know what is the reason or logic behind it? No. See, there's huge difference between then and now. And according to me, if you are literally happy alone, no need to make your life miserable or more complicated. When you are alone, you have choices. But when you are get together with someone, you won't have any choice to reback your life where you were in a joyful state than now. You will feel that you are tied up with invisible chain. Of course, you will try to get out of this, but unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, however, I'm a married person, and suppose if I go through your statement in a way you said, but if I ask you, don't you think people feel alone being a single person? A big no. It depends on person to person, how they able to indulge themselves in any way in anything. The world is too big, Diablo. There are a lot of things to be occupied, and even if you get old, the things never end. The main issue is people are generally frightened while they are alone. That they never think that being alone is also an art. There are something inside you. You need to just find that thing out, which is only possible when you are alone. You could do such things that you have never been imagined, but you only need to focus seriously to know or dig it what special you have inside you. If you think wisely, you could better understand what I mean. Okay, do you think it is as easy as you have said it at one shot? Did I say that it is an easy task? Of course it's not. If it were so easy, so don't you think plenty of people would have already achieved what they want? Yeah, I agree, but nevertheless, how being alone is easy or good, don't you think people, would get depressed? This could also be a scenario, right? See, again, I repeat my statement. It's depend person's ideology. And what do you think? The people who are not single, are they happy? No, maybe they will never tell you directly, but if you see inside them, they're like a broken mirror. They're living like a robot. Somebody are controlling them. They are not able to do such thing that they literally want to do. There are a lot of boundaries for them. And being a single person, nobody is there to distract you. You are alone and you can do what you want. You are an owner of yourself. Nobody are controlling you. Even if you get fail in your life, rather excusing or blaming others, you could say or satisfy yourself that at least you tried, or at least I tried. There will be no burden on you. Doesn't make a sense because I have heard many people saying or blaming that they couldn't get success because of him or her. But MKS, I've also seen the people get addicted with the wrong thing while alone. See, every method has their own benefits and losses. Now again, it depends on how sorry for that. Now again, it depends on how and on you that how you deal with it. If you pray for rain, you got to deal with mud too. Did you notice something strange in our talks? Everything's at the end comes to the person that how they deal with it. If you want to paradise, you have to make yourself uncomfortable, right? I'm just going to tell a story so that you could able to understand or relate it in a better way. Once upon a time, there were two brothers in a village. His father was quite old. His father called his son and tell, listen, now I became quite old. I am generally not well, and I will be die soon. I cannot feed you anymore. Now you have to find your way. I have some savings I'm going to distribute equally in both of you. I have already taught you a lot of lessons previously. I'm not going to teach you anymore now. You are free to go anywhere, to do anything according to yourself. They both individually went in different directions. Many days were passed, and when they came back, they both were in a different shape, in a different standard from each other's. One was rich and one was still poor. Now the question arises in our mind, why and how it has happened? Why it was different between both? They both were given same amount of money, same amount of time, even one is rich and one is poor. The thing is, first son used to spend their money to groom himself, or you could say to gain his knowledge more and more, and the second son he spent his money to his friend. He always strolled with new faces or friends. The first son could able to get to know that what kind of speciality he has, what makes him different from others, and after finding his hidden speciality he worked on it and enhanced his skill and more skill more and more, and he is rich now. He didn't usually meet to others, right? He kept himself alone because the more you meet or get yourself engaged with people, the more you distract. Meanwhile, the second son, he got stuck in a bad habit. He was very fond of, of meeting to others. He got distracted and couldn't able to focus his goal, and the result is here in front of you. That's how the thing works. What an interesting story. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, by the way, you could say it is a general and universal truth. Can I add one more point, Diablo? Yeah, sure. See, I'm not against with marriage, right? I'm not saying that you don't need to meet people or make friends, but sometimes relations or emotions makes you weak when you're not able to manage those stuffs in your life properly, right? See, you have chosen your life like this, so you also have to accept the consequences of this, whether the conclusion is right or wrong, rather blaming others. Hence, I say, take your decisions wisely. Yeah, you're right. But by the way, what do you do in your spare time? Nothing special, Dablo. Whenever I get spare time, I work on my passion. However, spare time never comes in the picture when you doesn't let it come. Can I ask you something if you don't mind, MKS? Yes, of course. I never mind because it's a bit direct question to you. Did you get success in your life, MKS? See, if you think in such way that success come into the picture only when person earns decent money, then no, I'm not a successful man. I'm sorry to say that. Some of you might not agree with my statement, and it's okay. And to be frank with you, it doesn't matter for me, and I do not care about it. I do not want to convey my message or preach you the definition of successful man in a way I think. Never, because my ideology is different. Everyone is a freedom to express their feeling or react accordingly. So I am. Because when I work on my passion, it feels so joyful. It is like I haven't felt these kind of things in my life. It doesn't matter how hard I push myself to do. That is called passion, right? And it never occurred in my mind that will I able to earn money in future through my passion or will it work or not? I never think what's right and what's wrong. The more you think, the more you make your decision complicated. And in a simple way, I just do it what I like. When I work on the things that I literally want to do, it's give me satisfaction. If I say satisfaction, it means that I feel that I am completed. It complete me. This is something which I cannot describe in word, I guess. Something are best left unsaid, and not everything can be bought, okay? And this is such thing that which cannot be bought for sure. But without money, do you think it is easy to survive? Of course not, but can't we live happily life with sufficient money? I don't think so. Are people happy even having more money? Yes. Confused, right? No. What makes you to think like that? The way you replied, I got you. That's so different. The way you think, the way mine makes distinguish between us. It's called ideology. The way you might think it is hard to survive life with short money, but for many, they are happy with that. What do you think? How they are able to keep themselves happy even they don't have that kind of lifestyle which the high class people live? How? Because they don't have such dreams to be fall into it that they will be happy only when they have much money, or they know their limitation, they know their reality, they know the real happiness, they know that everything cannot be bought with money. They know that something exists which you can obtain only when you are in a neutral state, and rich people doesn't have that state generally because they have lot of distractions. They know that when you pray for rain, you got to deal with mud too. It's like a camouflage. It doesn't let you live freely. It makes you hollow inside. It makes your life dark. And later when you realize the true colors, by then it is too late. Unbelievable. Now I also need to change my ideology after this interview, MKS. No, you don't have to do that. You're right in your place, I'm in mine. It does make sense only when you realize there's something wrong in your life. Yeah, that's right. Agree. Okay, I have a short of time, otherwise I can continue this interview. Thank you so much for being here. You gave answer very logically. That's what I like most about today's interview. I hope we will meet soon in the same place, in the same studio, but the topic would be different. Yeah, I hope so.